Hello everybody, let's do a little recap of our lesson. So today we're talking about arithmetic sequences, and we got a formula. So we know that if it's an arithmetic sequence, we're going to add or subtract the same number to each term. I gave you an example, adding 4, adding 4, adding 4. So we'd say that D is the difference between the terms, which D is 4. Well, we have a formula that is really handy, and the formula works only for arithmetic sequences, and it's A of n equals A1, which is the first term, times n minus 1 times d. N is the variable. We need a variable. Okay? And n are usually these numbers. So how does this formula work? Well, I gave an example. I said, well, what if we need to find the 100th term of this? Well, I do not want to keep making this until I have 100 terms. That'd be crazy. But my formula allows me to use this formula to find the 100th term. So I just, okay, A1 is the first term, put -1 there. And I'm going to keep n as a variable. D is 4, so I put the 4 there. So I'm going to make the formula work for this sequence. Okay, so I put A1, first term, and the difference. So then the 100th term is just A of 100, because I'm looking for the 100th term. So I go A of 100, which is, okay, what is the 100th term? A of 100 is equal to, well, I'm using my formula, except for now, n is 100, so I put 100 in for n. I'm going to use my formula, and I simplified it using my calculator. I got 395 would be the 100th term without having to make it so much easier. And then we looked at geometric formulas. Okay, we know that geometric is multiplying by the same thing. We call that R. R is like the ratio. R is a ratio. It's a fraction. We use it as a fraction because sometimes when we divide, for instance, if R is divide by 2, we'd say R is 1/2. So we always use a fraction. So we went back to our example in our warm-up, and we looked at this form, okay? So A of n equals A1, first term, times R to the n minus 1 power. That's our formula for working on our geometric sequence. Okay, so we said, well, let's just use this. Let's take our sequence. We know R in this sequence would be -2. We know our first term is 3, so I plugged in first term, 3. Our multiplier is -2 to the n minus power. So then I said, okay, well, let's find the 20th term. We could make the 20th term. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We keep going all the way to the 20th term, but that's just kind of a pain. So instead, we say, let's find A of 20. A of 20 is like, okay, we want the 20th term. So I plugged 20 in for n. I used my calculator. I got -1,578,864. Okay, then in our book, we did cutouts. So we went to pages 87, 89. We cut all these little things out. Okay, we cut all these little cards out, and then we sorted them. We sorted them between arithmetic and geometric. We just put them all together, arithmetic, geometric. If they're neither, so I sorted through here and I put them all together. And the ones that go together, geometric, arithmetic, arithmetic, geometric, geometric. And then I finished my cards, each of these cards. I finished all of these cards, got the terms in where they belong, and then finally, arithmetic, D is difference. I finished it. Geometric, R is 1/2. I went through and finished my cards, and then I threw away the neithers. I don't need the neithers. So then our homework was to go to pages 95. I'll show you that. 95. Through 104, and we taped them in. It says arithmetic. I found an arithmetic sequence. I taped it in. It says arithmetic. On the next page, I found an arithmetic sequence. I taped it in. Arithmetic. I taped it in. And then arithmetic. I taped it in. This one's geometric, so I found my geometric. I taped it in, and then I put them all in there to page 104, and I threw away the neither. So that's what we did for today. Our homework was putting our cutouts into the correct spot. All right, so I got.